Yes, great souls, welcome back. Now we are looking at question 5. It's another question on functions. Wow, functions, it looks like it dominates the paper one. You see, it's another question on functions. So let's see what is happening on this question. Question 5, functions as well. So let's see what is it that is happening there. So here we are. Another question on functions. So it means you really have to know functions if you have to do it in your final exam. So what is it that we have on here? Let me check how many marks was this question having. 70 marks. So you see that question there is worth 17 marks. Okay. So what is it that we have? Let's see. What is it that we were given? Okay. So here, what are they saying? They are saying the diagram below shows the graph of x equal to negative x squared minus 2x plus 8, right? That's what we can see. That's a parabola. So let me just retrieve it from the question paper and put it on my answer sheet. Okay, so yeah, let me just put it on. Thank you. Let me just put it here. There we are. So yeah, see the fact that I've written something that dot makes me to have the graph on the next page, but which is fine. So what is it that they want us to do now? Okay, they said f of x is equals to negative x squared minus 2x. So let me just write that information down. So they are saying f of x is equals to, let me see once again, negative x squared minus 2x plus 8. Negative x squared minus 2x plus 8, right? Okay, what else are we supposed to know? And R and S are the intercepts, R and S are the x-intercepts. So like we can see here, on the graph, let me see if you can really see that. Yes, R and S are the x-intercepts, so we can see that. So okay, you see, so R and S are the x-intercepts. Let me see what space do we have. Okay, R and S x-intercepts. Okay. Then what else are we supposed to know? T is the turning point of F. So they're saying T is the turning point. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it on blank like this, so that I can start interpreting the question by answering from the page which was in the graph. Okay. So let's see what is that we're required to do here. So you're saying must determine the length of RS, and they give us 4 marks for that. So we can only determine the length of RS if we know the x-intercepts. That's how we can only determine. So 5.1, let's first find what is R and S. So R and S, so x-intercepts, sort them by netting y equal to 0, right? And we know that f of x was given to us to what? Negative x squared plus, let me just check it once again. Negative x squared minus 2x minus 2x plus 8, right? This is my f of x, and I'm mixing y equal to 0, which means it's equals to 0. And if this is how it is, I'm going to have x squared and divided by negative, I'm going to have x squared plus 2x minus 8 is equals to 0, right? There must be factors for this. There are good factors for this, and there must be good factors. And then with us equal to that other value, we're also going to get a mark for that. But then how are we going to get the factors? Quadratic formula. Don't forget the quadratic formula. What does it say? It says x is equals to negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus what we see all over 2 negative. Okay, what is my a here? A, you see it's negative b, right? So I'm going to have negative 2 here plus minus the square root of b. See that is 2. Then squared minus 4a A is 1, C is -8 all over 2 multiplied by A, and my A is 1. So I'm just going straight to the solution. Okay. And I just want to save time so that I can have time for the other questions. So 2 squared minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by -8 divided by 2. What am I going to have? This is 2. So I have x equal to 2 here. Or if I change the sign, what am I going to have? -4. So making this to be 0, I'm going to have x plus 4 here. Making this one here to be 0, I'm going to have x minus, what is it? I shouldn't have done what I did, but I've already done it. It's fine. So this one here is x minus 2, x plus 4. This one here is x is 2 here, and here is -4, right? So they want us to find the length. And we know that they will find the length by using what? Distance formula, right? Length is the distance formula. So RS is equals to x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared, right? And here, which one is R, which one is S? Let's check on the graph as to which one is R and which one is S. So this is our graph. So R here and S is here. So R is the -1. R is the -1. So it means R is going to be -4 and 0. Then S is going to be 2 and 0, right? So, okay. Square root 2 squared plus 0 minus 0 squared. I'm just doing that. Yeah, it's fine. Just do it, even if it's fun. Now, I remember I used to even punch 1 minus 1 on the calculator. Even 1 times 1. You see, just to be careful. My thing where you're writing is the right thing there. We have a calculator. Come on, there's no point of you not writing the right thing because you have your calculator. So RS is just 6. Don't worry, just do it. Then you'll be fine. Okay, fine. Now we can proceed. Okay. We have managed to do number 1, and then now we're supposed to determine the coordinates of T. T, that was what they mentioned to be our turning point, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yes, T is the turning point. So that is, which question is this one? 5.2. So on 5.2, to determine the area of the coordinate, we know that x is equal to -b over 2a, right? And x will be equal to negative. What is b on the original graph? Let's see. Where is it that we are given? -x squared minus 2x. So b is -2. So I have -2 all over 2a. A is -1. So which means this is 1. And then so f of 1 is equals to -1 squared minus 2 multiplied by 1 squared plus 8. I hope what I'm doing is correct. Right? We have as our y value. If we substitute -1 squared minus 2 multiplied by 1 squared plus 8. This is 7, right? So I have 7. What does that mean? It means that T will be 1 and 7. You see? We're done. So let me just put my points there. Okay. That was a moment of silence. That was a moment of silence. Yes, that was a moment of silence. So we've seen that this is 1 and 7. So -1 and 7 or 1 and 7. I think something is not getting up here. -b over 2a. Something is not getting up here. -b over 2a. No, there is a mistake with this question. There is a mistake. Because this side, it indicates that this is negative. There's a mistake with this question, but it's fine. We'll carry on and outline why that is important so that you just have a feel of what to expect and how to treat exam questions. All right. So there you go. That was it. Let's see. What is it that we are given on the next question? They're saying here, the gradient of the tangent to the graph f at point W is equal to 2. Is equal to 2. Determine the coordinates of W. Okay? The gradient. Okay. The gradient, what do you know about gradient? We know that the gradient is found through derivatives, right? It's found through derivatives. So we must do derivatives here. Okay? So, yeah, let's do derivatives. This is for 5.3x, which is equal to negative x squared minus 2x plus 8, right? So if we derive, is equals to f prime of x, right? And this is equals to what? Is equals to negative 2x minus 2, right? And we are given that this is equals to what? We're given what is the gradient? They're saying the gradient is 2. You see? So we just have to equate what we have here by 2. Negative 2x minus 2 is equals to 2. That means negative 2x will be equal to 2. I take this one across plus 2, and I'm going to 4, right? And x will be equal to 4 divided by negative 2. Then this is going to be what? Negative 2. So determine the coordinates of W. So x at W, x is equals to negative 2. Then we can find y by substituting in the original graph. F of x, f of what? Negative 2 will be equal to negative 2 squared. And this is equal to what? Negative multiplied by negative 2 squared minus 2 multiplied by 2 plus 8. This is 0. So this is 0. It therefore means what? Therefore, W is negative 2 and 0. So you see, this is how you should just go about solving exam questions. Just have to write everything that you know. That's the skill. Like, don't take shortcuts. Shortcuts are going to kill you. Okay, so that was it. Determine the equation of a straight line G, right, which is perpendicular to the tangent and passing through point V. So which one is point V? Point V is the y-intercept. So let's first find the y-intercept of F. 5.3.2, if I'm not mistaken. So V, y-intercept of F divided by letting x equal to 0, right? So f of 0 is equals to what? Negative 0 squared minus 2 times 0, 1 plus 8, right? And this is equals to what? This is equals to 8. You see? So with us now having the point V, which is 0 and 8, we can do the what is it? The other calculation that is required of us. What are they saying? The gradient of the tangent, so it's these two, right? And then they're saying determine the equation of a straight line G, which is perpendicular to a tangent. So if the gradient of the tangent, if M tangent is equal to 2, right? And given that G is perpendicular to the tangent, this is what I do when I'm lazy, when I become lazy to write. But yeah, you see what I wrote there, it's perpendicular to the tangent. You see? So given that, what does that mean? It means M tangent multiplied by the gradient of G, we are going to get negative 1. And we need what? We need the gradient of G. So G, mg, make G, wow, is equals to negative 1 over M tangent, right? And this is equals to what? Negative 1 over 2. And that's the gradient of that other graph, right? So how are we going to find the equation of that line? We know the equation y minus y1 is equals to mx minus x1, right? So we have the point V on this graph, which is 0 and 8. And then what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to simply say y minus y1, which is the 8 minus 8 here, is equals to negative 1 over 2, and x minus x1, which is 0. Okay? So the equation y is equals to negative 1 over 2x. I take this one here across plus 8. Okay, so there you go. That is how we would have went on by solving this question. Okay, so there you go. That is it. What is next? Then now they're saying on 5.4, the graph of f is shifted 1 unit to the right and then reflected in the x-axis to produce the function h. Determine the equation of h in the form. Okay, so like, what is it that they're saying here? Let's interpret what they want us to do there. So we know that f of x is equals to negative x squared minus 2x plus 8, right? And what are they saying on this equation? They are saying the graph of f is shifted 1 unit to the right, right? So let me just retrieve the graph once again, because I think it's very, very important for us to interpret and find out what is it that this question wants us to do as we'll be solving it, right? Okay, so yeah. Wait a minute. Looks like I made a blunder here. I made a blunder. I was supposed to like have my pages set, but then it so happened to you know what I did. It's a mess, but it's fine. I must carry on with the mess that I have made, you know. Okay. Let me insert another page because what I did here is a mess, like I'm telling you. It is a mess. Oh. Okay. Yeah, now it's better. Okay, so like what I said, like me retrieving the graph. I will retrieve the graph once again. Okay, and this is what we have. So like on the graph, right? This is the graph of f of x. And like that statement, what does it say? It says, see, these transformations, they most of the times give people a hard time. So they're saying the graph of f is shifted 1 unit to the right and then reflected in the x-axis to produce a new function of h, right? So let's break everything down. So they are shifting the graph 1 unit to the right, 1 unit to the right, and then it is reflected in the x-axis. So which one is the x-axis? You see this side here, like this part here. Okay, this going this way. Okay, this is the x-axis, right? This is the x-axis. Okay? Like this side, you know that on this graph, this part here, we have positive y values, right? And then this side here, we have what? Negative y values, right? So let me see if I did understand what the transformation says. Yes, it says the graph of f is shifted 1 unit to the right and then reflected in the x-axis to produce a new graph. Let's make the equation of the new graph. Okay, so it's easy. F of x, you know it to be negative x squared, right? Minus 2x plus 8, right? But now they're saying it's shifted 1 unit to the right. When the graph is shifted to the right, it's minus on the x, right? So plus x, now it's minus. We're shifting to the right, it should be minus, so minus, right? And then when it is reflected about the x-axis, like what they said, you see the y here is positive. Okay, and then we said f is the same as y. So we have y is equal to negative x squared minus 2x plus 8. So it's positive now, it has to change into minus. So it means for us to write the new graph h of x, we are supposed to say negative y is equals to, when there is x is no longer x, is now x minus 1 squared minus 2 x minus 1 plus 8. So this is how the graph h of x will be. So negative y is x minus 1, so this is x minus 1 multiplied by x minus 1 minus 2 multiplied by x, this is minus 2x minus 2, then my plus 2 here plus 8 here, right? And then negative y is equals to x multiplied by x, this is x squared, x multiplied by negative 1, this is negative x, negative 1 multiplied by x, this is negative x, then okay, negative 1, this is plus 1, and then I have minus 2x. These two here, they give me 10, right? Then I'm going to have y. I'm dividing by negative. Open before divide negative. So I have x squared. These two here, they are going to give me negative 2x, right? And then I have another one, which is also negative 2x. And then what is it? This one and this one there. That is going to be plus 11, right? And negative y is equal to x squared minus. Did I do the right thing here? I think I didn't do the right thing. Let me see if what I did it correct, because I see there seems to be a problem. Okay, yeah, there seems to be a problem. What is the problem? There seems to be a problem. Must fix the problem that I've created. There seems to be a problem because it doesn't appear to be being solved. So there seems to be a problem. So like in the exam, this is how it is. Like, don't expect everything to just flow. You see, I'm solving everything here as if I'm in the exam, you know. Don't expect everything to flow. You just have to keep on working, you know. So what is it that I missed out with this? Remember, there was a negative here. So that's the negative I missed out. And with me having missed out that negative, see, where is it going to affect? Let me see. Okay, here, okay, let's take it from here. X times x, so these are supposed to have the bigger one there. X times x is x squared. Then this 2 here, x times negative x, this is negative x, negative 1 times negative x, negative, yeah. And up to here, I was supposed to have brackets, but that's what I missed out. So this part here is fine. This part here is fine. So minus 10. And then let's see. Negative x squared, and it's going to be plus, okay. Then instead of us having 11, no longer going to 11, I'm going to have 9 here, okay. So negative x squared here, plus 2x, and then minus 2x is no longer having, this one is disappearing, and then plus 9. Then I'm going to y is equals to x squared plus 9. So that is all with transformations. And if you will have done everything correctly, like what I did, you know, there might be mistakes, and that's learning. You learn from mistakes. So if everything that I've done here is correct, then it should, if I was writing, it should give me the total of 17 marks. So that's how it is. Just focus on correcting mark, you know. So I'll end here for now.